Hello ma'am, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my presentation. My presentation topic name Application of Transfer Function. In this topic, I'll talk about the introduction, the transfer function step of forming, the transfer function helps us to check, and the advantages and disadvantages of transfer function. A transfer function represents the relationship between the output signal and the input signal of a control system. Transfer function is a method to represent a system in frequency domain by establishing a variable definition for a function that algebraically related a system output to its input. In control system, output by input means transfer function. In control theory, transfer function describe the frequency transfer characteristics of a linear time invariant system. When we try to express a system in frequency domain, then we express the system by the help of transfer function. If we know the system its input and output, then the transfer function is output in S domain by input in S domain. Generally, a transfer function describes the relationships between the Laplace transform of the input and output signals. Like another system is zt, system input is ut, output is yt. Now, if we Laplace this system, it would be the zt become zs, system input us and output ys. Steps of forming transfer function. From the equations for the system, take Laplace transform of the system equation assuming initial conditions and 0. Take the ratio of the Laplace transform of the output and the Laplace transform of the input, which is the required transfer function. Specify system output and input. The transfer function is Laplace transform of the output by Laplace transform of the input. As usually output equal to ys and input equal to us. Transfer function helps us to check the stability of the system, the time domain and frequency domain characteristics of the system, response of the system for any given input. Advantage and disadvantage of transfer function. Firstly, advantage of transfer function is this function will allow separation of the input system and its output into three separate and distinct parts, unlike the differential equation. The function will also allow us to algebraically combine mathematical representations of subsystems to yield a total system representation. Replacing a differential equation with an algebraic equation not only simplifies the representation of individual subsystems, but also simplifies modeling interconnected subsystems. And a major advantage of frequency domain technique is that they rapidly provide stability and transient response information. And finally, the disadvantage of transfer function is it can be applied only a linear time invariant system or system that can be approximate as such. That's all from myself, and lastly, I want to thank our honorable teacher for giving me the opportunity presenting this presentation. Thank you.